Which of the following statements describes the relationship between cotton production and slave labor? Increasing cotton production led to an increased demand for slave labor. Which of the following eras would best replaces the question mark in the diagram above? Westward expansion. Separate regions of the United States have displayed differences in their key economic activities throughout history. What was one effect of these differences in the 19th century, 1800s? Different sections of the nation often disagreed on important federal policies like taxes and tariffs. What impact did Dred Scott versus Sandford have on life in the United States? 8.18c. It increased tensions between the North and the South. Which of these best completes the diagram above? Texas. The policies of President Thomas Jefferson and President James Polk towards territorial expansion demonstrated that many Americans believed the U.S. was destined to expand its border to the Pacific Ocean. Which Supreme Court case do the headlines refer to? Dred Scott vs. Sandford. Which of the following was a result of the Kansas-Nebraska Act of 1854? Fighting broke out between pro-slavery and anti-slavery groups in Kansas. Which of these factors best explains the development of the plantation system in the South and later settlers' desire to spread this system into the West? Fertile land and a long growing season. Which of the following best completes the diagram? The Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo gives land to the United States. John Brown's final address, to the Virginia court, when about to receive the sentence of death for his raid at Harper's Ferry. John Brown should be seen as a hero for his actions against slavery before the Civil War. Southern states protested, to high tariffs because the tariffs led to 8.7a. an increase in the price of manufactured goods imported from Europe. California, Nevada, Utah, New Mexico, and most of Arizona were part of the Mexican concession. The Fugitive Slave Act of 1850 provoked a storm of criticism by requiring all citizens, North or South, to assist in capturing runaway slaves. Which statement describes an immediate result of activities such as those shown in the photograph? Settlers from around the United States migrated west. What did the developments have in common? They wanted changes to end slavery. How were the effects of the Missouri Compromise and the Compromise of 1850 similar? They both settled disputes when adding new states from Western territories. Which of the following states on this map still allowed slavery in 1861? States 3, 5, 7. This excerpt was part of the message delivered to Congress by President Polk in asking Congress to declare war against Mexico. Based on these headlines, what conclusion can you draw about slavery? The issue of slavery was important, as territories became new states in the West. The places on this map best reflect which of the following? The influence of Spanish heritage and culture on the United States. Which of these characteristics also describes the two states above? Former Spanish colonies. Which statement describes both the Free Soil Party and the Republican Party in the mid-1800s? They were against the spread of slavery into the Western territories. John Brown started a raid in 1819. Harriet Beecher Stowe wrote Uncle Tom's Cabin. Dred Scott, enslaved man who challenged his freedom. 1857. Abe Lincoln, elected president in 1860. The area that was ceded by Spain in the Adams-Onis Treaty, 1819. 3. The area purchased in 1803 by President Jefferson. 2. The area that was USA's final land acquisition. 5. The area that was gained after the Mexican-American War. 4. The area that was impacted most by the Kansas-Nebraska Act. 2. The area that was impacted most by the Compromise of 1850. 4. The area of land that was split with Great Britain in 1846. 6.